Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody, and welcome to Alan Wake. Something I've been wanting to do since we started the channel. We actually started this channel with a Remedy game called Quantum Break, which is 2 games from now, from Alan Wake, but Quantum Break, Alan Wake, Max Payne, all of those guys. Hello and welcome, everybody. Hello, Ljubka. Hello, Zombie Chow. Hello, Mutation, Mother of Hippie, Sasha, my love. Everybody everywhere. My God, so some 10 years ago, well, this year is going to be 10 years, when Sasha told me, you should play a game called Alan Wake, I was like, what the fuck is that? Why would I play something called Alan Wake? I didn't know. I just didn't know. But a couple of months later, it was discounted, I think, on Xbox Game Store, and I bought it. I was like, oh, let's check out that game, Alan Wake. I started playing at 3 p.m. I put it down at like 5 a.m. next day. That's how much I liked it at the first try. It was love at first sight. And I beat this game quite a few times. This is one of the very, very few games that I actually beat on the hardest difficulty. That's how much I love it. Got all the collectibles, everything. Which, it wasn't like, normally I'd just play a game, be done with it, play the next game. I want to play all the games. No time to like fuck around with achievements and collectibles and all that. But for this one, I went that far. And every time I play it, it doesn't lose its value. In fact, it gains value. So happy to see so many of you got here tonight. Hello, ugly. Hello, handsome. Hello, ugly. Well, people's opinion differ. What can you do? Because it'd be pretty boring if Alan just slept for the entire game. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be much of a game, would it, Alfred? Huh? Oh, great, Uncle Hippie's story time. Yeah, nobody wants to come here for that. People just want to see the games without me talking about it. Oh, Wake, not Awake. They need to make Alan Woke next, where you just complains about a bunch of non-issues to feel important. Alan Woke, the weird cousin of Alan Wake. This game was locked to Xbox 360 like for a few years, for the first 2 years, I think. Because the Remedy made it in partnership with Microsoft, so Microsoft, of course, wanted to keep it. It never came out on PlayStation 3 originally. Then the PC version came out with graphical and other improvements. Who gives a shit about that, really? If you have an Xbox, we're playing the original here. It is a little prettier on the PC, I'm not gonna lie. But there's a remaster from 2021. Which was made with Epic's funding, Epic Games, and it further improves things. But it also kind of goes back on some elements. For instance, so there's how would I put that? How did Sam Lake call it? There's a type of product placement in the game to make the world feel real. So you'll see like Verizon billboards, Duracell batteries and all that, so it feels like a real world. It's not like in your face, but they remove all that in remaster. They also removed all, or maybe some, I'm not sure, licensed music. And this game, like all Remedy games, has a kick-ass soundtrack, so that's gonna be missed. There are a few good games still locked on 360. Fable 2, Ace Combat 6. Hi, Ace Combat 6 is on Xbox 360. I didn't know that. I love the Ace Combat series, but I played the first 3, I think, only. Can't be near close outbreak. Nothing can, zombie, in your eyes, huh? Oh, Mutation. Thank you for the gifted subs, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Joe. First of all, thank you so much for being here, Joe. I know it's very early. You're still wiping your eyes, probably. That's a friend. But thank you very much for the gifted subs. You're amazing, Joe. What can I say? What can I say? Playing Downhill Domination on PS2, I've actually gotten a few eBay and Mountain Dew signs literally in the face. eBay signs, wow. Really, eBay advertises in video games? There you go, Alfred. There you go. Enjoy the bonus emotes. No ads and all that stuff. All that sub stuff. I'm doing minimal ads on this channel. I should probably put that in the opening somewhere. We'll talk about it more, but I don't know. Like, what's the point of having no ads if you're advertising no ads? It becomes meta ad-ish. You want to play the PS1 Ace Combat games? Yeah, the first two, and I think the third one. I played one on the PS2 as well. I think Balkan Wars or something like that. What I thought would be Balkan Wars. I was like, oh, my home turf. No, wait. What the hell is a Balkan? Stealing the thunder again. How about you produce some lightning this time? Ooh, them's are fighting words. Holy macaroni, this is... Wow, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Lupka, can you give us some thunder and shout out Alfred, please? Ace Combat 0, which is a pretty cool game. Ace Combat 5 is my favorite. Maybe 0? I don't know. I played one on the PS2. The one I played the most was Ace Combat 2. That one I played very young. So young that my school friend got me, convinced me that it's ice combat. I mean, what are the odds? What are the fucking odds? That was Ace Combat 0, yeah. How appropriate. I love these games. Like, it's fighting plane simulators. But it's been years since I played, honestly. My school friend convinced me that it's actually Ace Combat is Ice Combat. It's just weirdly said. And at the end of the game, you find your wife frozen in a coffin, frozen by a bad guy, and that's why it's called Ice Combat. And I believed him. That was Ace Combat 6 on Xbox 360. Man, I didn't even know they still make those. I thought that's like a relic of PS1 and 2. That's something to check out. And it's locked to the Xbox 360. There you go. Fable games, I hear, are pretty good. More than good. Alright. How about one for Mutation? Maybe they will push him into streaming something. Like maybe, you know, some Baldur's Gate, some Borderlands, or maybe some Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Who knows? Can you do it, Lupka? Do you have the power, Lupka? 7 just came out a few years ago. It's absolutely awesome. Well, thank you for that. They're working on 8 now. Holy shit, am I out of loop, huh? My lightning's... Of course it's gonna be something like that.
Damn
it! Joseph laughing at Mayo eating my face.
He's also mashing that thing. I just want to melee him. It's giving me the option, but I can't hit him. I'll wait. I'll wait for another dog to come into existence.
Hippie, we need to get this door open. I'm losing a lot of ammo.
No, I wanna melee the dog. This is like personal quest style.
All right. Why don't you go out there then?
I think I'm gonna die doing this.
Just go out there.
There he is.
Get him, Hippie, get him.
I'm gonna kick you. What the fuck? Finally.
That's what it looks like from your perspective.
It really does way less than you'd expect from a kicking a dog.
Sorry, Mayo.
Oh, Hippie, get him. There you go. There you go. Gotta melee him.
No, fuck that.
I given up.
My...
Hello and welcome, Mark Baker. Welcome to the stream. It's very funny seeing it from your point of view, Joseph. Good afternoon. You gotta do the PS2 Ace Combat games. They're best ones. Nice. Very rare on the PS2 to have a native widescreen. It's like RE4 has that. And now I hear that the Ace Combat. I didn't know that. I played them on the... Well, it's been a long time. I played them like 15 years ago on a tiny CRT. Alright, here we go, guys. Are you ready? I am ready. We're doing a story run.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, It began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
And so it begins.
Suddenly, his body was gone.
Zoom.
I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stand my feet.
Shut up, Alan. No, thank you. Yeah, I beat it yesterday. Sure, it was murderer. The visuals of this game for the time were amazing. Just amazing.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Din dun din dun. Welcome to Night Springs. This game is from 2010 on the Xbox 360. The PC version that you got, Lupka. We got Lupka Alan Wake a couple months ago. That one's from 2012. It's got improved graphics. Welcome to Night Springs.
The bridge had collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
If you thought I talk a lot, well, wait till you get a hold of this guy. Rain Cove Point Lighthouse. Someone's missing. Here we go. Oh, I love the lens flare effect. It's... Maybe Silent Hill got me into that.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you could just make up stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them when you think it adds to the drama? You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer! You're a joke. There would be a single readable sentence in your books if it wasn't for your editor. You'll never publish another one of your shitty stories, 'cause I'm gonna kill you. It's not like your stories are any good. Not like they have any artistic merit. You're a lousy writer. Cheap thrills and pretentious shit. That's all you're good for. Just look at me. Look at your work.
I keep pointing indefinitely. That's all I can do. That's how Joseph talks to me when we're playing games. I'm used to this kind of treatment. It doesn't faze me. He's like, you're a lousy player, hippie. Just look at me. Look at your friend. You just press buttons and things happen. You think you're God? All the time.
You missed your deadline.
Oh no, it's my client. Fuck. I love the dodges in this game.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
Scenic route.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Belching. He's belching. The effects are amazing for an Xbox 360 game in 2010.
This way, this way!
Upcoming, sir.
Hurry! Mr. Wake, it's me. Play steward, remember? Quickly, get inside. There's no time to lose.
There is no time to lose.
Oh no!
I fucked him over.
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I guess so.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
The story of Ellen's life. Tom the poet. Take note.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Follow the light. You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Oh yeah, we can do that in the first game. I missed that. I like how they use the sound in Remedy games.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light.
I did not expect that first time. Like, he just says no. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing.
I love these forests. This is why I want to visit
There's no time.
Washington State and Montana. It's because of this game.
The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light.
It's a tutorial dream.
Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
So it's like on GameCube. You can push it lightly or hard.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Don't you have a bazooka, maybe?
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
Please don't. Can we get it to a different dream?
A terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Thought I saw something somewhere. Oh, there we go. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you can tap the button to speed up reloading. I'm remembering stuff from the first game. I played the second game more recently.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna kill you.
Sorry, dude. Oh wait, he's still alive.
This is it, Witch!
Oh yeah. So the flare gun is basically a bazooka. Helen, this is God. Do as I say. Here, take a gun. Basically. The flare gun is basically the bazooka because they're protected by darkness. So like all the enemies in the game will have something to do with darkness. You shoot a flare gun at them, you're done.
You're dead. Just like
Now we're gonna show it off. Well, that one dude survived. Not for long. He's a wise ass. Frank was always a wise ass. No, thank you. Bye. Where's that coming from? Oh shit.
I can keep this up forever.
Apparently. Yeah. Oof. Come on, Ellen, you gotta run, boy. You gotta run. That's not good. Run, Ellen, run.
Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Well, looking at it now, they preserved it pretty good for the second game. Huh, Sash? It looks just like the town in the second game. I said looking at it now, they preserved it for, yeah, in the second game it looks just like this, Bright Falls.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
And the old gentleman is amazing.
Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Ooh, beautiful.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
No. I want to be on the ferry. Oh look, 68th annual Deer Fest. Hippie would be holding a shotgun in one hand and a chainsaw attached to the other.
You get the full service here. I've made all the arrangements. I rent the car. I'll even carry the bags. All you have to do is drag your cute butt into the car and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, sounds like you've got a lazy bastard for a husband.
Yeah, but I got a thing for him. Come on, you lazy bastard. Let's go.
Hold on, Alice. I gotta check the chat. Chainsaw attached to the other would exclaim, good, good, bad. Good. No. He says like, good, bad. I'm the guy with the gun. The old gentleman turns around, kisses Helen on the lips. You have a lovely wife. Want to trade? Also, that was kind of rude. An interview would take, what, 30 minutes of his time? Well, as you'll come to see, he's a prima donna, I guess would be the right expression at this point in life. He's just so tired of his success. He's suffering from charisma. You just don't get it. Which will play a big part later. If they ever do, hello Liquid Cooler, welcome to the stream. If they ever do an Alan Wake film, it should be in the spirit of Stephen King style movie. Yeah, I mean, that's what they built it on. The two main inspirations for the first game at least were the TV shows Twin Peaks and Lost, which just happened to be my favorite two TV shows. The right script, director, and actors could make it work. He's presumptuous. He's not that famous. I've never heard of him. Yeah, most people probably haven't. He just assumes he's that famous. I'm the best. Do the devs want me to hate this character? Because they did that with Silent Hill 2. Like James, huh? Wouldn't we all? I would be like Rose McGowan in Planet Terror. Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember. I've heard of it, but I don't remember watching it. All right, Alan. It's time. Remember these places, Sash? This is where we're looking for that one of their. They literally did the same town in the second game. Only instead of that, the lodge is there, right across the over there, in the second game, and the boatyard.
Let's get back in the car and drive to the town. We're here.
All right, woman, hold on. They did a great job, yeah.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake, Alan Wake. Oh, God, I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Hello, blooper reel. It is. I'm playing one of my all-time favorite games.
Coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee.
They're together.
and a
Do you
thin
remember
layer of
that?
Skin.
Yeah, that makes
He's
two
her
of us.
boyfriend. She like light spoiler. She'll be a major character.
Mr. Wake? I can't believe it. I'm having a conversation with Alan Wake.
How you doing, blooper reel? How's your day going?
Are you on your own, or is your wife with you? I can show you the town if you want. I get off work at 6.
Thanks, Rose. We'll be sure to keep that in mind.
They did boost her in the second game, right? She's quirkier. All right, it's time for some coconut. Do you agree? Let's meet the locals. Hey, Rusty. Welcome to... So, Ljubka, this game is big part of the reason why I was so happy to move to Baljevac, honestly. Recently backed up about 150 Halo vids from my 360 to YouTube. Wow! Love the games from this time. It is. So we're playing this. We're playing this on the actual Xbox 360. I could have played it on Xbox One, but I didn't want to. I wanted to play it like it was. It runs a little smoother. It's kind of like the PC version almost when you play it on Xbox One. But since we're doing original hardware and we're doing this game for the first time, I thought, let's do it the way it was back in 2010. I'm gonna throw my panties at you. Goes alright on my lunch break during work from home, watching some Twitch to make work go by quicker. Nice, thank you for dropping by here, man. Oh yeah, you have these. Well, Alice is out getting the if you're lost, if you like load the game, forget what to do. Yarp. Is that a Cornetto reference? Is that a Hot Fuzz reference? Yarp. That's how I played back in the day. Rented this bad boy from Blockbuster Video. Wow. Right, let's meet the Anderson brothers.
Do me a favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable. Ha!
I think most people will. Yeah.
I'm in the coconut. Drink them both up.
Where's Sishka when you need him?
Because we're brothers, don't think I won't murder you in your sleep.
Coconut on loop. Have you played the second game?
Yes, that's my favorite tune. Coconut.
Shut your mouth, you demented has-been. If I had my hammer, I'd shut it for you.
Now it makes sense for me.
Tune number 6 in the jukebox.
All right.
Children of the Elder God. Now,
Ooh.
here's a song for you.
Oh, she is, especially in the expansion, in the Night Springs expansion, when you play as her. Oh my God, that's one of the funniest things I've ever played. I got a mob of people, and what have you got? A shotgun. Oh, what? I wasn't expecting that. All right, let's play some coconut. She does, yeah. She's the awesome kind of quirky.
Get stuck. Yeah, you need to give it a good solid whack.
Slap.
Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
This is it. I've died and gone to hell.
Drinking both up. One brother loves it, the other one hates it. They make a joke about this in the second game. Said doctor. Remember when Sishka was playing this non-stop? Singing? No? Yeah, well they in the other one as well, isn't it? Doctor said doctor. Oh, memories. Fucking lime in the coconut. So when my friend Sishka came with this song some 15 years ago, I thought he was trolling. But then my father showed me the actual record. I was like, holy shit, that was actually recorded. Can you get inside here? No. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. Oh, there she is. Stop what?
Stop going in the styrofoam room.
But I want to explore, I want to see.
All the rules.
Rose is just like not taking her eyes off me. Alright, time to talk to Cynthia. The sudden stop. Oh, you can examine shit, that's right.
Right. So much for a quiet vacation.
Oh, poor me, I'm so famous. How will I ever? Put the lime in the coconut. Remember the clip of the lady I sent you from the second game? The scary clip, short clip, Ljubka, I don't know if you remember. That's her. But it makes no sense now.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find
You don't
Stucky,
wanna die,
to get the
do
key
you?
and get out as soon as
Worse.
possible. The waitress was giving me a headache.
He didn't
Overeager fans
listen.
always did.
She told the man not to get in there, but he went.
Told Rose last week that she should change the bulb. This is what happens when you get sloppy.
She's obsessed with light.
Remind them to change their bulbs always. Stay vigilant because darkness never sleeps.
She looks like Sonya. Or that.
Yeah, she does. I like the faces in this game. They're all like real references. Getting into the darkness. Boo-hoo, how will I ever cope with all my drugs and booze and vices? Yeah, that's Ellen for you. No, she doesn't, for a reason. He's not in the ladies' bathroom or in that other thing. Oh, there's no door here. In the second game, there's a door here, huh?
Hello? Mr. Stucky?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Not creepy at all.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
Alrighty, lady.
got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed, and then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon if I lift anything heavier than a spoon. Yeah, splendid, splendid. It's been a long time, Tom. Good to see you.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have a bottle on you, would you, Tom?
I wish.
Note that they call him Tom, and I turned your attention earlier to that poster, Tom the Poet.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Thank you for explaining that. There's Alice.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
The game manual said we'll need them.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Uh-huh.
That diner was a real nut house.
It's beautiful.
Leave this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather.
Roy Orbison.
Clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Hey, Classic Swayze. Welcome to the stream, brother. Oh, yeah. I love this game.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Don't worry, I'll check it out. Can we get a shout out for Classic Swayze, Lyubka?
Are you sure you got the directions right? It's nothing like in the brochure. It said near the lake, not on it. Don't get me wrong. This is so much better. It's wonderful. Our own private island.
I failed at reading the directions.
You, yeah. It was me. You got the poster. Slap. If you want, it doesn't
Red Dead
just
Redemption
have to be the
2, huh?
covers. We'll talk. If there's like a certain image, like that one I sent you of the castle, the full splash page of her at the castle and like it's all corrupted. If you wanted that as a poster, we could talk. We could definitely talk. I just wanted. Oh, Slap. Yeah, I have it colored now. I may.
Yeah, man, Swayze, I gotta say, you got some of the coolest backgrounds for just cam. No, I love the background. It's the Ocarina of Time shop. But you have some of the coolest backgrounds for just like, what do you even call that? Like face cam talk? I don't know. No game. It is pretty cool, man. I'm glad I saw that. You can delete it now that I've seen it, yeah. But check out Classic Swayze, guys. Great streamer, amazing person. Always into some interesting games. Retro and modern. Some people stream just retro, some just modern. Some mix it up. And Swayze's really good. If you like chatting and watching games, this channel is the place to be. It's the shit, man. Get to the cabin. Well, as a gamer, of course, I'm gonna do the opposite. I mean, where would the fun in that be? Climbing, I'm climbing. Yeah, it's just my opening scene when I'm talking to chat before I start the game. You also have the one where, at least you had it before, where you're like addressing a crowd at a podium. I love that one as well.
The cabin obviously got its name from the shape of the island. It looked like a giant bird leg. Alice had mentioned that the lake was a caldera. There was a dormant volcano under it.
So there is a reason to wander off. Beautiful. That's where we'll be staying. Like, imagine staying here. Oh my god! And it's a lake. You can't really have large waves, and you know, unless the volcano activates. But yeah, holy shit! I can. I know what that is in the distance. Not gonna spoil, but I know what it is. That one too, huh? Nice car you got there. Does it come in reality? I don't see the logo. Probably. Can't go back. The forest. Where's the Federal Bureau of Control when you need them? From here it only goes up. From here it only goes up. Like Alan Wake, Quantum Break, Control. It just gets more and more intense. Their stories are just amazing. Well, no, Joe. No, you gotta sit and watch. That cabin over there in the distance, yeah, it's gonna be featured in episode 5 of the game, not the stream. So sit tight and just watch and eat your fucking French fries. Da 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 da. Here I come. Oh, you can't sprint here. I'm unsprintable. Is that a well? I always play this game like this. I can play it 50 times and I always go like, ooh, what's that? Oh, look, was that tree always there? That fiber. Where is it from, Joseph? Is it from an Outbreak zombie, maybe? That barrel wasn't there before. Somebody put it there. Those birds are not ominous at all. I'm pretty sure they're just like good-natured birds hanging about this. Oh my god. Everything is fine. Nothing to worry about. It's called Bird Leg Cabin. Of course, birds would want to be around a place called Bird Leg Cabin. Beautiful. Hello, bird. Hello, shed. Hello, everything. Bird LFG. Let's fucking go. Alice fell asleep and got it in her own nightmare. It's called Waiting for Alan. Nah, she'll be fine. I like these basements. These are, I think these are more like an American thing. We don't have basements like this, but I like this. I don't know how you protect it from water, though, seeping through the door, but I love that. It looks amazing. I love to have a basement like that. It's
Here we go. Let's take a look inside.
How the fuck did she get here? I don't have a basement. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Me neither, though. So that doesn't mean I'm not a basement like that.
Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Get the power on. Come on, we need the power. We need it now. It's beautiful. I like when the camera is like this.
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Hello? Anyone here?
Kept from sleep. I can't read the rest, but they're books by a name called Thomas Zane. Get it, Tom? If you don't get it, don't worry. You're not supposed to get it yet. Am I supposed to go there yet?
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. A famous artist, no less. We'll see if we can rope him into an interview later on. Now, let's go to the phones. Caller, you're on KBF-FM.
Hi, Pat. It's Rose.
Why, hello, Rose. What's on your mind?
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan Wake, wasn't it? He's my favorite writer.
Well, Rose, I
just saw him at the diner. Oh, I am so excited he's here.
I'm sure he's glad to be here, too. Well, folks, I guess the secret's out. This is Pat Maine on KBF-FM. And now, some music.
Great. So much for keeping a low profile.
Nice. In the Chicago, our basement could be entered from the interior, but had stairs from outside. In Florida, we mostly don't have them because if you dig down, you just dig into the water. Work in home insurance, that the type of basement slash cellar on the island here is more often seen in very rural areas. It's usually often only for storage or shelter from tornadoes, in my opinion. Thank you for sharing that. I love that trivia. Ooh, a wind chime. Bling. Who needs power when you have...
The water was clear but dark. It looked very deep.
Deep water. Imagine having this, like having your own little dock. Get out in the hot summer day, just take a dip in the lake. Take a dip in the lake and your name is Alan Wake. So there's a lot of collectibles in this game. I don't know if they're still... Yeah, so manuscript pages are the most important ones. I've collected everything in the past, so what we're going to do when we finish an episode, we're going to read all the manuscript pages from the previous one.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, thermoses. Thermoses all collected. So we're not gonna count the thermoses. There was also can pyramids. You're supposed to like shoot the can pyramids. There was maybe 5 or 6 of those in the game. Sometimes some of them were not as easy as you think to find because there's a lot of picnic areas, so can pyramids can blend in. Coffee thermoses were everywhere from the start, from even in the dream in the tutorial. What else was there? There are TVs, so there are radios, there are collectibles. The collectibles that you can collect every time, though they're already collected, you don't get anything for them except the story, are radios and TVs. TVs have a show called Night Springs, which is basically their Twilight Zone. And if you paid attention in the dream, he entered a town called Night Springs. It's going to be what do you call it? A recurring theme throughout these games. Hello, dear.
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn.
I always thought basements were rich.
Power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island.
Oh my god, Sash, it's identical almost. The windows, the owl up there, they're really... Wow. When we play the sequel, guys, you'll see why I'm nerding about this. Like, the level of detail they transferred into the second game. Hold on. Let me see. I always thought basements were a rich people thing. In every show or on Disney, you would see a family with a giant-ass house, the huge-ass basement. Yeah, well, I connected mostly with that 70s show because they had a huge basement where all the kids hung out and smoked weed. Many houses in colder states have basements, and it's usually just concrete flooring, storage, washer and dryer. Yeah, those kind of basements. When it's nice, like you say in sitcoms, it's finished, and yeah, a lot of money. To see a more normal, unfinished American basement, I'd say check out The Simpsons or that 70s show basement. There you go. Basements are different here in Serbia. So basically, there you store your winter food, your preserves, barrels of cabbage, sauerkraut. Some people, like if the basement has the exterior door, which is like 50-50, some are just accessed from the house, some from the outside as well, or only from the outside. Some people store wood or coal in there. Some people have their like whatever furnace, I guess, radiator furnace in there where they stoke the coal. It depends, but I haven't seen basements like I've seen in the American shows. And stuff, yeah, instead of attics, like from what I've seen in media in America, people put stuff you use once and like never goes in the attic. Here in the attic usually goes nothing or mice if you're unlucky, but that shit goes into the basement. Observe the diver next to the cabin. Cabin.
The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
July 1970. This is amazing. Right next to the fireplace chimney, so you're always warm. Maybe your head cooks a little, but who gives a shit? You're warm, even in the winter. And these chairs with, what do you call these things for legs? I don't know. We call them tabouret from French. So I don't know what they're called in English. So Sasha, let's build a house like this. I always wanted a wooden house anyway. Like, there's enough room for guests. There's a nice kitchen. This is like, this. We need this shit. The storage is closed. There's 2 more rooms. Ah, very chill kind of Eastern Europe. Wife is from Hungary. Moved over to Florida around 2017. Ottoman. I don't know if that's an Ottoman. I think we call a different thing Ottoman, which isn't the same as, you know, Ottoman Turks. We're kind of southern Europe, but yeah, just south of Hungary, really. And just fun fact, I'm like half Hungarian, and Ljubka here, my sister, we're half Hungarian. Our dad is from Hungary. We don't use attics because the Serbs, are afraid of ghosts and witches that might be in them. We really have creeps for witches. We do? Just the first I heard of that. Hey, GameCube Zombie, Cubesy man, welcome to the stream. Yes, it's Ottoman here. Tabouret here. Ottoman there, tabouret here. Tabouret. Tabouret.
There's probably a fuse box or a generator in the shed.
You're in the shed. Hey, bird. Is it your leg?
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
It says... T plus B, is that what it says? Yeah, it says T plus B. TZ plus BJ. A BJ, you say. I mean, we Hungries. Watch out for the witches. Wife's dad's Hungarian and her mom is from Poland. Rocket. Oh, fuck, we might be cousins. You never know. You guys talking about my ex again, or what's going on with the witches talk? I think it says TZ plus BJ. That's what it's supposed to say, at least. Well, that's for me not playing. Yeah, it's TZ plus BJ. It'll make sense. It'll make sense. Look at this. Oh my fucking god. Where are you, Diver's Isle? I want to see you.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge.
There you go, Joe.
The building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public.
Cauldron Lake Lodge. Butter jam. Yeah, it's butter jam. How did you know? Fuck, you got my secret. Da-da-da-da-dum. How's your day going, Cubesy? My friend Cubesy. He's quite a cutesy. Skibbity bibbity boopsy. One of your exes, Alex. Climb a tree, hippie. Ah, I'd love to. That's what I'd do. If it was really me, Joseph, I'd be up on that pine. I love evergreens and evergreen forests. So remember where I used to live, Joseph? In Baljevac? It was pretty much like this, since the lake. Though there were lakes around, just not... We had to drive maybe like 30 minutes to an hour to get to a lake. But it was pretty much like this. I loved living there. How's the situation in Bright Falls? Well, it's bright so far not falling. Birds everywhere.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
What power cable? Wait, there was a power cable? Nobody, this is the first time I hear of that. Oh, yeah, you could follow the power cable if you were a detective. Alright, calm down, Alice. Jesus Christ, I'm showing off the island to the audience. We want to improve tourism in this lovely place and make it less lovely. We had to, sadly. I would love to go back, honestly. Oh, that gauge is not looking good. It shouldn't be running wild like that. Love how all the parts are shaking the different... Like, that. Fuck those pipes. They're not connected to nothing. They're just dancing on top of that thing. I want to have a shed with generator. How the power outages are here, it would be very useful.
I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay, I'll look around a bit.
Sure thing. Have fun.
Thanks, Mom.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work.
Hello, Senpai Man.
I thought we could be happy here.
At least for a week. Lyubka, fucking shit. He wanted to be closer to his family. He should have known he would get sick of us very soon. Yeah, pretty soon, not gonna lie. Like, the moment I crossed the threshold, I was like, oh, fuck, why did I do this? I was so happy back there. He was in thought for so long that it's already dark. Look at the fog. Look at this. It's an Xbox 360 game. It's amazing. Can you shout out Brother Senpai, Lyubka dear? Senpai, my friend, are you... I haven't asked you about tomorrow if you're available. I told... you saw the message. I'm like 80-20, but like I'm counting at 100. What have I done? Zoidberg? Ah, fucking Silent Hill 2, and it won't play. Oh well. Nice. Very good, comrade. Very good. Sometimes, maybe in like 30 minutes, it'll play Senpai's clip. But when there's no clip, there is a heart to click. Click it. Click it now. Do it now. Come on. Before the fog eats us all. You're making me shout out so you'd be sure I'm still here. Yeah, that's called a bribe. I'm lobbying for you to stay around by doing shout outs. Because I'm so not lazy to do it myself while holding the controller. Oh no. Oh, how will I ever? Hello, Kevin.
Alice? Honey?
Well, that's a nice fish. We've seen the... Oh, maybe now I can read the titles. In her dreams to prevail. The labyrinth of me. Oh my god, this makes so much sense in the second game. Coconut? No coconut. Shit. We need a short leash for Lyubka. To think Pka canceled her cruise for you. That's the smartest decision she's done all year.
I have a surprise for you.
Ooh, sex. Here I come. I'm ready. I might have just rolled in grass, but... In this room? No, wait.
Surprise!
Oh,
Alice,
yeah.
What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice. Everyone
Hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't. I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Rude.
God damn it. I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
He left his wife, who's terrified of dark, in the dark. That's our hero. Oh, look.
Damn it.
He's having issues.
Alice? cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming!
What
These
the
birds.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
Not even thinking. And so it begins.
Keep going.
Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot.
I'm restraining myself. My brother is here, though. I think he was really expecting sex and blew up when he realized it was anything but. I mean, really. She's like, I'm gonna be naked, and you just type, writer boy. Never mind, I already booked one for him, too. Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartmann. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
So originally, for the first 3 years, this was developed as an open world horror game, and the premise was different and the gameplay was different. 3 years into the making, they realized, I think it was mostly the Xbox 360 couldn't handle the scope of the game they were making, but they already had the world, this world, Bright Falls. So they reused it, they rewrote the story, and they made the game more linear. You do backtrack to places when the story requires it, but I think it was done. One of the reasons was the hardware. The other reason was that they didn't know how to shove the story inside an open world game. The story just wouldn't work. So because they're a story developer first, they focused on that, and that's how we got the Alan Wake we got. Never mind already. We don't like your smug face either, you murderer. Is this canon with the PWSRE movies because of Alice? Oh, fuck off.
Damn.
You're still supposed to find manuscript pages, I think, right? Even though you have them all. They're kind of easy to see in the dark. This is Alan Wake, running through the dark forest in the night.
Hello?
Hello? Is someone there?
There we go.
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
You have found manuscript pages. You can access them with the select button, back button. There you go. So, Lupka, there's a compass in the upper left. It tells you like basic direction where you need to go for the next objective, and it's really hard to lose your way here because, like we said, it's pretty linear. Mila Jovovich in that first movie, though, huh? I liked her the best in The Fifth Element, honestly. Hello, Mr. Sineb. Welcome, Mr. Sineb. Good day to you, sir. How you doing?
The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
The dark darkened darkly. That's compass? Yeah, it's like a compass. I mean, it's called a compass because it points your way. See that yellow thing? When I'm turning, it's telling me where to go. I miss this about the first game and games in general. I felt like I wasted a lot of time in Alan Wake 2 getting lost in such larger areas. By the end, I felt like could have been 4 or 5 hours shorter. Exactly. I feel with that blooper reel. Exactly. I like how it's just like, I like the stories, right? Exploration is cool, but it should be confined to something. In the second game, the areas are fucking huge. I spent, what was it? I think 50 hours on the, or 30 or 50 hours on the first playthrough to collect everything. It wasn't that difficult. It was just tedious to look into in every nook and cranny when the areas are much bigger than this. Wonder if the creator of this game was a Jurassic Park fan and really liked the dream scene where Alan Grant dreams of what will less. You know, I thought about that. Seeing that in the movie is like, what, really? Alan. Wake up, Alan. This is the sequel. I can see that, but that's part of the experience. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they both have their weaknesses and strengths. This one just grew on me so well. I don't know, it's like, maybe because that's the one I played first. The second game is amazing, don't get me wrong. Fucking Herald of Darkness is one of the funniest and most creative things I've seen in video gaming. But Alan Wake is Alan Wake.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
Sir? Sir, please. The sound and music in these games make a huge difference. This conversation reminds me of Evil Within 1 and 2 and how I love the second one much more due to the exploration factor. I mean, they both have exploration, just in the second one it's kind of, the areas are much bigger. So here you want to go around, look for, when you first play, you'll look for thermoses, radios, TVs, manuscript pages. I love that you keep them between, you know, playthroughs, so I don't have to search for everything again, especially the nightmare ones. But it's not impossible. I mean, I 100% in the second game. It just took so much more time, and it feels like artificial extension of the game.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Extremely linear, huh? Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Whoa! What was that? Must have been the wind.
Please, I've been in an accident. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
I love this about the monsters in this game.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it. as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
But there was no point in Alan Wake 2 where you were lost. Oh, or Evil Within where you got lost and didn't know where to go. Even though it's semi-open world, it's pretty linear because of the quest system. Love that game. I have those games. I never played them. Ah! I love how the Taken just talk trash to you. Like they talk about shit. Haha, that's a nice reference.
Out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
That they can do love parkour.
During your trying walking, it's the latest thing. Incontestably proven. Let you kill two birds with one stone. You can see the sights and keep those cholesterol levels down at the same time.
This kind of shit, I love it. They just talk about what they were in, like their interest. They continue their persona, but in a very warped way. And the achievements for this game were some of the most creative I've ever seen. Here we go. I think at the bottom we'll see them. So all the descriptions change. They're one way when you before you unlock them, but then when you unlock an achievement, the description changes. So first it's a hint, but then when you unlock it, it's more of a description of what happened or just like a witty remark. Here's Johnny. The narration in this game just straight up lists all the ideas they're copying. And the game ruins reference by removing the subtlety. Ruins the reference by removing the subtlety. Ah, I never played Persona, so I wouldn't know. How do we get to Persona? I missed that, but okay. Oh, there you go. Thinking back, I only got lost once in Alan Wake 2, the subway level. I was a little bit stuck for like 30 minutes. Saga was fine. Oh, I'm pretty sure if you play Evil Within 2, it becomes one of your favorite games. Is it that good, huh? Ah. Okay, Alfred, sorry. I didn't follow that.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff's Station. How may I...
Hello? Hello?
This is bad.
It's a possessed bulldozer. Ah! What the hell hit me? Electricity? The darkness comes.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
Well, definitely judging by your taste of video games, it will be right on top of that. I'm surprised you haven't played it yet. Yeah, I have probably haven't heard enough about it, or maybe just didn't get around it. I'm pretty sure I have that on the 360. It sounds very familiar, or maybe somebody told me I'd like it. I thought I saw a radio out there. Oh well. Oh no, it's the other green thing.
There were more of them. My head pounded with the concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Follow the arrows. I think that Shining reference would have been much better if Stucky had just said, "Here's Stucky," and Alan hadn't said anything about The Shining. No need to come out and tell us where the reference from. Well, he's a writer. That's his interest, right? That's how I see it, at least.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Also, what kind of Alan Wake would it be if he didn't talk about everything he sees or thinks? Bazooka! Alright, nothing bad ever happens in a moonlit night, right? Very own built. Yeah, that's... So, people either love or don't love this game. Those that don't love it, say the things you guys are saying now. Those are some of the critiques, I guess, I've heard. Like, why does the game keep spoiling itself? Why is he backseating? Why is he telling... I want to find out on my own. So, I guess it's not for everyone, huh?
The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
The dark forest is good. The dark darkened darkly. Hello, Elmer. Like someone in chat being like, "Did you notice that? Did you see that?" Love the game, but looking back on it, this would have been better with a more subtlety. Standing to go through the dark forest and to the gas station. Oh, really? Fuck, I almost went straight to the city, into the subway. Buy a newspaper. Take a shit. Think about my life. And my lost wife. Reach the station. Anything up there? I thought I saw something. I thought I saw something up there. Oh yeah. There's one. So they don't go in order, and they don't go in order. You don't find them in order, and the ones with the marker for only on nightmare mode, right? But like I said, once we finish a chapter, we'll read through all of them in order, because the order is different. The order you find them is different, but it follows the story itself. I like the self-narration, considering he's a writer. It makes sense because they are constantly in their own heads. Without it, the experience would feel hollow. Yeah, there you go. Joe gets it. I agree with Sineb that the real pro dev move is to add hints in a way that the player doesn't realize they're being guided.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now, she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Oh, Rose. This is Rose before she becomes a badass. That doesn't look safe. It's like when I help people play a game I know, I don't straight up tell them where to go.
What the hell was that?
But I mentioned something that triggers a thought process they need to know where it's from. Again, I love the narration. Games with narration are some of the best ones in my mind. What I would love more is a bit more intelligence when alluding to the reference. He doesn't need to come out and give out the name of where the reference is from. Just say something that tells us he knows where it's from. Like getting stuck in Metroid. I'm like, what was the power you just got? And they're like, oh yeah, I can get through that door now. It's, I guess you were playing with Egoraptor, huh? Hello, Forest.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Oh, don't look at the water, alright? Tippy toes. Alright. Part 1 done. I just draw subtle nudges where needed so they think they figured it out on their own. Ah, so you incept them. I think there's one here, but again, we don't have to collect them. We'll just read them all later. But I wouldn't be me if I were like, you know what, let's look around. Let's try to get it. Oh yeah, there's a cache over there. Yep, there's a manuscript page.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Playing Elden Ring, though, I hate its complete lack of direction. What, that game doesn't tell you what to do, or it just throws you all around, huh? Hippity hoppity, Alan. There's no hints, no marker, no dialogue, nothing that tells you where you're supposed to go next in an open world game with pretty much the entire map open. Wow, that does sound... Yeah. Thanks for the tip.
Still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
I have both versions of this game, the original 2010 and the 2021. Oh yeah, the 2021 remaster. I've played the remaster very little, but this original I've bitten it many times. Welcome to the stream, Steve Anderson. Are you a lost Anderson cousin? Are you related to Thor and Odin Anderson? Imagine if instead just mentioning The Shining back there he had just said, I need to get out of here before he decides that all work and no play makes Stucky a dull boy. No direction wasn't as bad as in Dark Souls where you just progress through levels linearly, but going to an open world format they needed a few main quest markers. And you get nothing, huh? You gotta figure it out on your own. That's how I felt playing Baldur's Gate for the first time. Well, the original version, the enhanced edition, really helped with the actual useful diary journal. Oh, stocky. Oh. Somebody left perfectly good lithium batteries and revolver ammo. Littering bastards. There's the office that dropped before. We are all related, huh? So you too have the power, huh? Steven Anderson? Nothing at all. Oh my god. Bad for the environment, gonna cause forest fires. I mean, really, when these batteries leak and the bullets set on fire, it's all like a giant plot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who throws axes? Are you insane, man? He threw a fucking axe in my face. What is wrong with you? Have you heard of guns, son? Is that why the bullets are just lying around? He's like, I'm gonna throw an axe. Can't pick it up. We look inside and it's it's in all of us. Thor and Odin wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I missed in the second game? The fucking jump feature. I know it's a survival horror game, but I like that this one has jumping and climbing. Makes me feel like an adventurer. Ooh. Follow the light. It would be funny if they threw shoes. Honestly, who throws a freaking shoe? You fight like a woman. Climb, 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 climb. Alright, where to now? Arrows. When they ask me why you did it, I'm gonna say, yellow arrows brought me here.
Taken. They're taken.
The taken are filled with darkness. It only reveals when you're using the flashlight. Oh god, Latino taken. You meet some women who were taken and they throw their... Chancla, said you? What's a chancla? Chancla. Por favor, uno chancla. Lithium batteries are better than regular batteries. But there's also flashlight upgrades in this game. Whee! Oh, Alan doesn't like jumping. Who leaves a fucking cabin in the middle of the woods with a stove in? I could just like have bought this and turned it into a lovely home. It's a sandal. Same thing Brown used to get beat with. I'm gonna ask him that. If he's on tonight, I'm gonna ask him, Brown, did you really get beaten with a chancla? 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 This is what I imagine it looks like around Brown's house, by the way. He lives in Washington State. He's not in the city, so I always imagine he lives somewhere like Bright Falls. I hope there's as much fog and woods around. There's a joke that Latino women can throw homing. Yeah, okay, now I get it. Now when I know what it is, I get it. I've seen the clips.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Alien Isolation? Well, nobody redeemed it yet. You can collect points by watching the stream and then redeem it. That way I have to play it. There's no going around that. Alright, we have all the revolver ammo. Can I get the battery? Oh, I have all the batteries too, apparently. So I gotta get up there. Gotta get up there.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site. Bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site. Gotta look around for the generator. Generator. 50K is too expensive in this economy. Well, that's a big one, you know. It's a big one, but also so many people have redeemed games now that it makes me wonder if I should make it more expensive, man.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Yes, Ellen, that's what I'm looking into. I just need to climb up and see. Ooh, a pallet! You know how expensive pallets are nowadays? You should bring that with you. Deep doop, deep doop, deep doop. Ah, that green light inspires confidence. That takes care of 2 of them. Wouldn't be surprised if they keep coming if you're not fast enough. Bzoom. Checkpoint reached. Isn't it just about following the power lines? Well, yeah, it is if you don't want to explore. Right now, I am playing Indiana Jones. I am in Shanghai in the game. The new Indiana Jones, it looks good. Seen it. It looks pretty good and interesting. Haven't played it yet, though. Don't have it. Hello, Drewby. Doctor said you can give me a handy whenever I want. Wife. No. He said you can have a stroke at any minute. Give me a handy? Oh, took me 10 seconds to process that. Hello, Drewby. Well, you didn't specify what kind of stroke. Really like the combat style of this game. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. And the dodges are just so sweet. When you do that dodge, it's so cool when you go like whoosh. It's like in a way it's an improved bullet time from Max Payne. Only you don't slow time all the time. Only when you do a cool dodge, the time slows to reward you.
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Yeah, the birds are in this game, but not in sequel. That's another thing I missed. I missed the birds. It's like crows in Resident Evil games. They're absent from the modern ones. Indiana Jones looks awesome. Gonna grab it next year when it's $19. Nice. Smart. I'm looking into that as well. A shotgun. Already? I forgot how fast you get weapons in this game. You also... Oh, boots! Why don't we bring the boots? Look, 2 pairs of nice unused boots. You know how much boots cost nowadays, Alan? Tip, 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 tip. Rippity-tippity. Nothing else to find. Probably would have been a thermos or something originally. I'm gonna say that's something like this. Yeah, it's perfect actually. They probably couldn't find a way to implement crows in modern RE games without making them too difficult. Yeah, that's what I think as well, man. It's just like, without any kind of auto-aim, it would be hard. It would have to stick on them or something. Hiya! Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. I remember there was a pyramid can here. They're gone once you find them, but there was one on this table. I don't know why that memory is etched in my brain so vividly. Dee-doo, dee-doo. Ooh, first radio station. Oh, second radio. Shotgun ammo. Oh, yeah.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me Wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find him.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure. Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, you know, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Oh, Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thanks, Pat.
You have a good night now.
Alrighty, Pat. And then some music. Just to forget that you're in a horror game. Alright, we have one of those. To the left, it says. Is that Nick Cave? Bazooka's ready. This is really playing on an Xbox 360? Yep, for reals he's playing on an Xbox 360. Well, that's the controller. The console's down there, but trust me, it's an Xbox 360. I could have played it on an Xbox One, which would make it run a little smoother, but I wanted the original experience, so maybe the second playthrough sometime well, definitely gonna stream this again. We're gonna do it on Xbox One, or maybe even the PC version. Oh yeah, so I'm doing a Remedy marathon, Steven Anderson. All the Remedy games in order. We finished Max Payne 2 yesterday, so now Alan Wake, then American Nightmare, Quantum Break, Control, Alan Wake 2. That's the playlist. We're not doing Max Payne 3 because it's not really a Remedy game, right? It's more of a Rockstar game. Sam Lake was just an advisor there, and you can tell when you're playing it. It's not really a Max Payne game.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
So he realizes that whatever is on the manuscript pages comes true.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
The best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no cubs. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is...
Not creepy at all. Yeah. Wait, what if I went that way? Nothing would change. Still goes in the same. Well, you could drop down at either of these sites, I guess. Ah! So when that sound comes on and the trees start moving and everything darkens, that means the Taken are coming. So here's the fog. There they are. And you can turn even while in the... Oh shit, didn't realize there was a dude over there. There's a thing over there. Oh, probably safe haven. Op, 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 op. Move, Alan. What the fuck? Quickly now. Kaboom! As long as you're in the light, you're safe. I have so many batteries. Why am I saving 20? I'm used to the second game where batteries are more limited. Here you can just blow through them, really. Safe haven. Yeah, I got that. Thank you. I'm amazed as a PC gamer that all the games they can play on console look really good. Yeah, some of them look amazing for their time. Really. This is one of them. I mean, I've switched from PlayStation 2 to Xbox 360 and I've seen pretty and not so pretty games. But this was one of the prettier ones, especially in 2010. Instantly, like, everything calms down when you're in the light. The fog slows down. As soon as you leave, you're kind of fucked. Oh, Jesus Christ, with throwing axes already? Wait, where to here? Ah, fucking axe. A page.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Talking like a madman. Shoop, 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 shoop. Wait, not up? Around and up? Oh yeah, around and up. Haven't used a single battery. No flares yet. Flares are going to be very useful once I get them. Caution, proceed at your own risk. Logging area ahead. Trucks. Beware trucks. Well, this would be a great place to do this. Wow. It's always cool when you get a couple of them with one hit.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
I love this surround sound. Nice, now we're talking with shotguns. Is that a I thought it's a big flashlight. I was like, why don't you take a big flashlight? The TV. Wow, your channel is far too good to only have 271 subs. Sub, everyone. Well, thank you, Steven Anderson. Thank you. I used to stream mostly, well, only on Twitch for the longest time. Just uploaded the VODs on YouTube, and then it hit me. Why not stream on YouTube as well? So that started recently. And I think that's what people want. Nobody wants to watch VODs. Everybody wants to watch streams. But I keep everything as a library. So it's nice to see someone appreciate that. Night Springs.
Science.
Lyubka?
It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide. If our lives are already written, it would take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute.
Moorcock.
Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, two new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
There you go.
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
Oh god, I missed this. And it's one of many. It's almost the basis for Quantum Break, huh? Quantum Suicide. What do you call that? A woodcutter? A wood pincher? Alright, the world's gone crazy. We gotta kill something. Hello, Stucky.
Even with the engine to cool, dropping tools and fatal. Mistake don't make. Count your tools, big boy. Displace tools.
Oh yeah, they can do that now. Fuck.
Destroyed. Then return.
Enough to. Sorry, Stucky. You were a good man.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Poor Stucky. I hardly knew him. Oh dear, it's a deer.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Reach the gas station. The station of gases.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Stucky taken.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Dooby-dooby-doo.
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Yep. A week has disappeared. I can't tell if these gas prices are good or bad.
I had to get inside the gas station to find a phone to call for help.
I think there's one in one of the sides if you go. Why is he missing a week? This sounds like some alien abduction shit. Well, you're not too far off, Joseph. You're not too far off. They're gonna spawn as soon as I go outside the... Was there a manuscript page there? Like, everything goes into horror mode as soon as you... Oh, Jesus Christ. As soon as you move from the lights. Woohoo! There's 3 of them. 4 of them. No, just 3. Ah, fucking axes. The bane of my existence. Where's that guy? They always try to flank you. Maybe on the other side. How it goes like wash. It's not light enough, Ellen. Where are you going? No, stop it. Turn around. Oh, maybe I'm remembering wrongly, or maybe it was a thermos section. Oh, Jesus Christ, son! Where do you think you're going? You gotta get out of the fog, man. Whew. They almost had me, Steve. Oh, that's the place I was looking for, I think. It is locked. Restroom? Yeah, I think those were thermoses. That's what I'm remembering. Which do not respawn once you collect them. I want to believe. Me too,
Garage
buddy.
was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
That's exactly what he was reading about just now, the black oil and whatnot.
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Nordic walking, incontestably proven health benefits. Just like Stucky told me. The 68th Annual Deer Fest, September 15th to 18th. Games and activities, raffle tickets, fishing competition, pie contest and surprise competitions. Live music for the children. Buck-toothed Charlie afternoons. And Montgomery the Mystic Amazing Phantasmagoria. The Montgomery the Mystic's Amazing Phantasmagoria evenings. Wow. Don't miss the legendary Deer Fest Parade. Bright Falls Hunting Club. Join now. Fireworks galore. Welcome. Man, I love this aesthetic. We sell propane. And we probe selane. Phone, that's what I'm looking for.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Hello?
Thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Sarah Breaker, yeah, goes by the book. I missed her in the second game, though. The Tim Breaker was... Oh, you did miss so much. Oh, you missed that. Oh, too bad. Too bad. You can always go back in the video, though. Basically, there has been no cabin on the lake since the 70s. He just found out. That's the most important thing. How high were you, Alan? How high were you, son?
Just a sprinkle stardust and a whisper.
So there was a part, Ljubka, where thanks Joe. Yeah, it was a good game. Second game is a little longer, like 15 minutes longer. There's a line of licensed music, which I guess as a streamer it could get you into trouble, but you know, for any other game, I would probably go with the disable licensed music thing. But it's like any Remedy game. When they have licensed music, it's with the point. So right now it's Roy Orbison's In Dreams, and I guess if you talk over it, it's not that bad. I don't know. Like nobody knows exactly how Digital Millennium Copyright Act works when you're streaming on YouTube and Twitch. But I mean, yeah. Well, you missed. We found a TV with an episode of a show called Night Springs, which is basically their Twilight Zone, and in it there was an episode about a man who achieved quantum immortality, and he made a machine where whenever he tries to kill himself with a gun, the machine ensures that because there are multiple realities with multiple probabilities, it ensures that he's always in the reality where the gun doesn't kill him. It like jams or something. And then he demonstrated on a flower pot and it blew up the flower pot. But somebody raised a valid question, was like, does that mean that every time you pull a trigger in another reality you die? And he was like, yeah, but it's irrelevant. And then somebody trips over the cable of the machine and plugs it out, and he tries to demonstrate once again, and this time he ends up in the reality, you know, the machine doesn't work, so he gets to blow himself up. Or blow his brain, at least. Ljubka doesn't care for us anymore, nope. How awesome is this episode thing? You like it? You like when it's split in episodes? I like that too. They wanted it to feel like a TV show. I tried playing Control Hippie, but that game is so boring. Ah, too bad, man. Alan Wake 2 has some great soundtracks after each episode too. Yeah. I mean, I like the ones in the first game too. In the first game better though. And even like the Poe, the artist they use for the ending of every Alan chapter in the second game. In the second game, I swear she's dying in the microphone. I mean, I don't mind the woman, but God, that music is so like... Could you, like, sing a little livelier, please? In this one, when she sings, she actually sings.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
It is kind of like... Ooh, New York City, 3 years ago. It is kind of like Stranger Things, Joe.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Switch on the coffee maker. Oh, you can't do that. Fuck. You gotta read them before the end of the episode. God damn it. It's not like in the second game where you can go episode by episode. Can you read them outside of the game, though, I want? Oh, you can. Never mind. Forget I said anything. We'll just go through all the episode 1. I was like, that can't be it. That can't be like you're locked to the episode you're in. Thank you, Signup. It's the only game I couldn't finish last year because I got zzz. Visually, it was really cool, but it just made me tired and not captivated. It was like probably 7 hours in. 7 hours, man, you haven't even started. That game is like huge. But yeah, not everything's for everyone. I loved it though. Yeah, you know I like games that has serious stories. There you go. Yeah, I know. That's why I was very confident you love this one, Yupka. And the one after this one. Feels like Alan Wake is traversing through the upside down, alternate reality type stuff. You're not far off, man. You'll see when it heats up. You're not far off. Much more interesting and easier to follow, huh? Best soundtrack in video games is the outro of Bayonetta 1. If you know, you know. I don't know. Goosebumps. Love that apartment they have. Yeah. Best soundtrack in video games is Chrono Cross. Uncontested champion, unbeaten. I think we forgot to shout out Alfred though. Ljubka, would you do the honors, please? We'll have Alan read some of these manuscript pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we found. Thank you, Ljubka. Nice view. Well, not really. I don't see anything from Mass Effect. They have a premium option. I wonder if I paid for premium, would it work more often? Shoutout player. Come back, shoutout player. Elden Ring last played, huh? We'll do one of these. Whenever video fails, the link is there.
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
But I was awake.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Like squeezing the trigger. So these are nightmare ones, the ones with the symbol. Those we won't find in this playthrough, but they're already unlocked.
For a long time, the dark presence had been weak, sleeping. Nothing but a half-forgotten nightmare or a shadowy flicker in the corner of an eye in the forest at night. Not real enough to properly exist, and yet too evocative to fade away completely. Now it was waking up. The rider like a fly caught in a spider's web, each jerk and kick vibrating the strands that led deep into its lair. It was aware of him now, and it could use him. All he'd need was a little incentive. I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs. At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice. I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
Talking like a madman?
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up. and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
You can tell some of these haven't happened yet. He's talking about the morning light in an office.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. A feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Poor Stucky.
Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Barry's arrival. Toby the dog and Rose is a fan are new
Wheeler
ones.
was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake, and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong. Toby knew the smell. It was the man, the nice man who always gave him treats and never got tired of playing with him. Toby wagged his tail in excited anticipation and gave a joyous bark. Then there was another smell, a wrong smell, and it was alien enough to stop Toby in his tracks. Confused, he growled deep in his throat. The wrong smell came from the nice man. Blind animal terror pierced the dog's brain an instant before the axe followed suit.
Oof.
Barry took another sip of the heavenly coffee. He grinned at Rose. Surely this was love. Rose gushed on breathlessly. The new one will be a masterpiece, I know it. You must tell him not to listen to the trolls in the forums saying departure will never get finished. He should take his time and make it perfect. I can wait.
There we go. That's episode 1. Now, as a gamer, I'm just gonna say fuck that and do everything else in the apartment.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
She's making his book covers. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, so like in Max Payne, the face models and the voice actors aren't the same, right? So the face model for Alan Wake is the Finnish actor Ilkka Ville. He's going to be there for the second game as well. But the voice actor is the American voice actor or actor Matthew Peretta. For Alice, it's also a Finnish actress in this game. I forgot her name. And we'll have a cameo from Max Payne's voice actor. What a poser. Ooh, a manuscript page.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
So that's James McCaffrey, Max Payne's voice actor. He plays Alex Casey, Alan Wake's book character, who's basically Max Payne, but I think they didn't have the right to Max Payne at this point, so they just called him differently. Return to sender, what I can't forget, Alex Casey, the things that I want, the fall of Casey. These are all Max Payne inspired books. Oh yeah, the outside, the blizzard, the New York blizzard, like in Fahrenheit. In case you're not, you're not tired of New York out the window, then we have New York on the wall. That's a nice shower. Well, you have a shower and a bathtub, fucking rich bastards. Yeah. He writes thrillers. Like, or crime-ish books.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
That doesn't look so bad from here. Like, if it's blizzard like that, why are the walls so unblizzarded? And a candle, just in case. That's a pretty empty storage you got there, Alan. Dooby 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 doom, dooby 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 doom. Look at that. Oh, imagine having a balcony like this. Ooh, it gives me the chills. But very good. He's poor. He doesn't have anything. I mean, just a couple of books. Oh no, I'm too famous. Help me. Well, let's put that coffee on. Alice is in need. Wait, was there anything else? Hold on, Alice. I see a door I haven't been through. Just give me a second. Honey, I'll be right there. Oh, never mind. That door's locked. And that door's locked. And ancient fuses. Like, all that wealth and then ancient fuses. Not even automatic ones. This is supposed to be 2007. Because 3 years earlier.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
This game really reminds me of Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I know they're not the same, but it kind of reminds me of it.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
My wallet is too small for my 50s and my diamond shoes are too tight. Is that from something or did you make it up? Examine cover mock-ups.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Chandler Bing. Alright, just go to the fuse.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
You can click my clicker anytime, baby. Power outage in New York. That sounds like fantasy. Bright Falls, the present day.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Sheriff Breaker. A fish.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Oh, nice. The map of Bright Falls. They reused this in the second game again. There's Watery. Watery was there.
Find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
You see that, Sash? Watery was there from the... I thought they just like made it up for the second game. Nope. It was right there. Washington State. National Park. Well,
Good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's
alright, I'm just talking here, man. Calm down. We're gonna go through most of this map in this game. Bright Falls and all around the National Park in the south, everything. Except Watery, as far as I know. But I can't believe it's there. It's been there. They didn't make it up. Oh, God. Bravo. Alright, Doc. Jesus Christ. I hit my head. I'm not dumb. It's just like exploring. Have you ever met an explorer, Mr. Fisherman? The station is the same. That's beautiful.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
The sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
I think she's a reference to Lucy from Twin
Cynthia
Peaks.
Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Bright Falls reminds you of Raccoon City, the OG Raccoon City, before they turned it into Skyscraper City. While it was still a small town.
Sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Is everybody gonna tell me? I can't believe how true to the first game is the station in the second. You'll see when we get there. You'll see why I'm gushing about this. But they did this justice so well. I'm just amazed.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
So, Mulligan and Thornton, Sasha, do you remember them now? The office is the same. Oh, fucking shit, son. The attention to detail.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
I'm amazed at how they copy the station 1-to-1 in the second game. Like, the furniture is different somewhere. This place is almost like identical, the radio. It's like I'm in the Star's office. But the whole police station is the same. It's just fucks yeah, guys. Bravo. The toilet is here. You can access this in the Alan Wake 2, but not here.
Alice was missing. I needed help to find her. I wasn't ready to leave.
Are you sure?
Alice was missing.
All right.
I needed help to find her.
He doesn't want to leave.
I wasn't ready to leave.
That's amazing. Meeting room. And the room next to it? They split him in two, I guess. So that's a little different. But I mean, it's been... Oh yeah. This is important, actually. Have you seen this man? This appeared on... This is American format. So June 20th, 2007. Identifying features. Knack for winning contests. I think these are like in jokes on the studio. On the staff. Richard Baugh, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller. On a camping trip. Overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. Spoilers, they're all taken. There's no basement though, so there should be a basement here. They did edit it slightly.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Pick up the phone. Pick up the cell phone.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
It's Verizon calling.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up. You can get to the back lot through that
I am fairly certain she's a reference to Lucy from Twin Peaks. With that voice and that job.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here!
Okay? So he's seen the Taken, but you know, nobody believes him still.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Ah, it's unraveling. Sheriff, there's a call on line 1. I love her. I love Lucy. I remember this sheriff's office from Alan Wake 2, right? Right? Like it's the same.
Hey, please help me, man! I hate this! I can't stand the dark anymore!
Andy and Lucy, best love story. Better love story than Twilight. I agree, man. Here you go.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See? Sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen. You gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something that a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
I like how Alan's reacting to him. Like, yeah, quite so. Alright, I got your light. Good luck, man. Or he's just rambling now. The acting is magnificent, almost like Outbreak. Sounds like me in my drinking years, sober 14 years now though. Bravo for you.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Yeah, but we're gonna do the opposite, because we gamers. My god, the town is the same. It's just... I'm amazed. I haven't played the first game for 5 years when I picked up the second one, and I thought they changed quite a lot. So that building is gonna be different, but there's a story behind that. Everything else, like 90% of stuff is the same.
A hole in the fence.
Alright, Ellen, I'm talking to my guys.
There was
Jesus
something
Christ.
for me in an abandoned car.
Whoever that was, bravo, and keep going. There you go. You got support from Twitch, Steven Anderson.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with 2 intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Well, most things are the same. The station is the same. The OD Deer Diner is the same. There's a door missing in the first game. There are more doors in some places than in the second. There's a basement of the police station in the second. But it's minor stuff, you know, compared to like... It's definitely less changed than some other games do between sequels. Especially when a sequel took, what, 13 years to make. Also, was that a reference to the Koskela brothers? Two drunken young men celebrating the completion of their deer float? I mean, maybe they haven't made, you know, they haven't invented them yet, but it sounds like Koskela brothers. And there's the town hall building. Jesus Christ, it's the same. Jump into Alan Wake 2 after this is just gonna be very natural. So we gotta get to that junker, as he said. Look, there's the town hall building. Remember that? It's... wow. I knew it was good, but now it's even better than I remembered it. And isn't that amazing when you love something and with time it just gets better? Fuck that. So originally, this was the idea originally when the game was still open world format. Between 2006 or 7 when they started developing it in 2010. It was intended to use the daytime sequences to stock up on supplies, ammunition, batteries, and whatnot, progress the story, and then when the night falls, because there was a day and night sequence, you would fight monsters and progress the story in that way. But like I said, they just ditched that whole idea and reformed the game into what it is now. But you still have daytime sequences like this when you don't find anything, you just find out, you get deeper into the game's world and meet the characters, push the story a little, and then when the night falls, when it's time for the night, when you've done what you needed to do, it's battle again.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Yeah, it'll happen. If the story says it'll happen, it'll happen.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Damn, I'm just fucking amazed. I thought the buildings would be completely different. I didn't pay attention to them. They're more important in the second game because you spend a lot of time in the town, but this is just wow.
I think they did it the best.
The best they could?
No, I think they did it the best of all the games in the sequel.
Oh, you mean like how they made how they did the same town.
You feel like they did it the same town.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
So you started writing a story, hoping to save Alice. That's basically where departure comes from. Don't switch the lights.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my! Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Barry is the best wingman ever.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. and he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice. And everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong. It's a good story. Could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Oh, by the way, GameCube Zombie, do you know, like, Alan Wake appears... He's mentioned in Quantum Break, but the whole second expansion of Control is about Alan Wake, and Emil Hartman is in it as well. I don't want to spoil too much, but man, Emil Hartman is quite the in that game. The skeleton of a Colombian mammoth, Mammuthus columbi. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. La Brea? I don't know. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Colombian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktoothed Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Oh my God, I like how you spell. I love how you spelled that, man. I can hear him in my head. Blood, the way he says blood. I hope this isn't Chris's blood. What is this? Wesker! Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hole for the time being. What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all. You live in Washington State. Is it as pretty? Are the rural areas as pretty as this game tells me? Please don't break my heart, Steven. Who's the master of unlocking now? It would be best if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you. It's good for killing. What is it? How did he say it? It's good for killing live things, something like that. But what about you, Barry? Don't worry about me. I've got this. He's like Wolverine with his claws. Maybe you'd like to dance with these. I just like exploring new places I go to before I go talk to people. It's just polite. Oh, there's a dog on the table. Hello, bear. Grizzly bear. Rawr. Not much to read for now. I was elected to lead, not to read. I like that you can switch the perspective of the camera. Not many games, not enough games have that. I look outside and see a billion trees and animal deer outside my door. Oh, are you for real? You're just quoting me now.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. You got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Yeah, I didn't make that up. He says that. They always confused me as a kid, but I'm pretty sure that's just a translation glitch from Japanese to English. He probably said something like maybe undead. I don't know.
That's a good dog.
For real, Steven. Wow. I would say I envy you, but envy's not good.
You can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
I have this, and as he whips out his massive cock and balls. Well, it is called a Colt Python. You're not far off, man. You're pretty good with your predictions tonight. You should change your job, become a clairvoyant. Clairvoyant Joe. Form picked up. Barry? Barry's just bored. Poor Barry getting a stroke. From Jill? Or this Barry?
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
It's beautiful. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest, like Washington State, Montana, I'd like to visit at least. Who knows, maybe it's for me. Maybe I'd be just right. I love wooden buildings. I don't know. We don't have as many wooden buildings. Even in the mountains, everything's made from stone, which is, of course, it has its advantages, but this is so much prettier to look at. Like, look at this. Coffee. Just having coffee here, just in the breeze.
What I'd come for. It was time to go.
No, Alan, I just want to enjoy the nature, man. Just give me a second, man. I earned this. Jesus Christ. That Barry. Fuck the Jill's Barry.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Oh, so he's working with me. I played in the woods as a kid. By the way, I'm 64 years old. 64 years old! Wow, if that's true, bravo, sir.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al! Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay, okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo!
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Achoo!
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
15%? Wow, that's a lot. No, not Jill's berries. I didn't even know she had them. Although she had bigger berries than Barry's berries.
Do what you have to do. I'll be fine. Alone, but fine. In a cabin straight from a horror movie. You want to know where you can shove that flashlight? Watch where you point that thing, Al.
You can make him sneeze with the flashlight.
Stop it, Al! Stop it! You're giving me a migraine, Al. You know I'm useless with a migraine.
Alright, Barry, you're done. When he stops complaining, you stop. It's like with a bully. If you stop complaining, they stop. Wait, who picked up the lamp? When Alan so masculinely pushed it down. Like, you stupid lamp. Jill has the golden berries. I would squeeze Jill's berries. Oh, wow, guys. You really want to turn this stream into something else? Well, I mean, there are ways to make money. Well, look at this. Why don't we live in homes like this, Joseph? Tell me. Tell me, Joseph, you know things. Why do we not live in homes like this? Who wouldn't? Depends what Jill, which version of Jill, though. There's wine. And... oh, batteries. Wow, why am I down to 7 batteries again? Wait, what's... I have no weapons? Sheriff probably confiscated everything. I would like to very much. Wait, live in the house or squeeze Jill's berries? Watch what you agree to, Sasha. These guys are savages. Wait, what lights? Oh shit, we're not gonna sit in the dark. Or the other thing. Live in the house or the other thing. Whichever. Oh, it's closed. For now. Dooby dooby doom. Dooby doom. Just look at this porch. Jesus Christ. I like just enjoying the view in this game. I'm fat, overweight, and never get sick. The last time was food poison over 30 years ago, but I think it's because I played in the woods. I have immunity from a lot of germs. Well, yeah, some people believe that, I guess. Maybe. Logically, I would think that you'd have to get sick from eating germs first to get immune to them, but what do I know? I used to be sick all the time. Now I get sick once every 3 years. Things have changed. And I didn't play in the woods. Well, I mean, I did, but not as a kid. I was already a grown-ass man. See, like this. Just lie down, rest yourself, get some fresh water from the well. Doody-doody-doom, dee-doom, dooby-dooby-doom, be-doom. Immunity. It's good for you. Hippie said he would cut off Jill's berries and feed them to Ripley in Alien Resurrection so she could truly know what success tastes like. Man, Joe, when you quote me, you really quote me. You're like a parrot almost. A parrot who knows how to type. I'm proud of you, dude. What bird is that? Is that like an owl? I prefer when the camera is on this side. I don't know why. Like, it starts on this side, but it bothers me. I like it here. They'll probably both have Pros and cons. That's a jacuzzi, I believe. Let's go down the mountain. Well, I've had to listen to you babble for 5 years now. You chose that, my brother. You chose. You could have gone, could have left at any point, but you were like, you know what? I like this guy.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
My hero. You could have left at any point. We're like, no, I love this guy. I just want to listen to the sound of his voice. I was sick a lot as a kid, also now almost never, and hay fever I take care of it with raw honey. Luckily, didn't have to deal with that.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Mutation pulled a Deadpool on you. Wait, who's Deadpool there? Me or him? Am I the merc with the mouth, or... That would be like abandoning my crippled friend to a pack of wolves. I can't do that. Oh, thank you. You're a sweetheart. Always knew you're the best, Joe. I always said...
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice. Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Merc with the mouth. I didn't want to, but I was forced by being related to him. Imagine my consequences. I wish I had your strength. Ah, you guys just love me too much. I don't know how I would live without such intense love. Looby-dooby-dooby-doo. This kind of looks like... Sasha, you know what this reminds me of, right? We discussed this in the second game, but I don't think it is it. It just kind of looks like it. Heading for the Lover's Peak. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Who put the birds in the trash? It should be lime in the coconut, not birds in the trash. Royd, Gov. These cabins are amazing.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Well, that was a short show. Hello, Hipster Frankenstein. Welcome to the stream, man. Late start for you today, huh? People eat a lot of fast food, but there is something to eating real food cooked at home when it comes to health. That being said, I am fat and overweight, but it's from real food. The best kind of fat. Yeah, I hear you there. I noticed something was missing here. Welcome. You have given me hope, Lyubka. Thank you. Happy to save. I mean help someone. Had a rough day. Sorry to hear, man. I'm doing great. I'm playing one of my favorite, all-time favorite games. They're definitely in the top 10. I'm enjoying this immensely. Ooh, revolver ammo. Did you see that? Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. You just see him through the window for a brief second when you look at the window. How are you, friend? We missed you here. He was there, but he's gone now. We did miss you. I thought you maybe went away somewhere when you didn't pop up at the start of the stream, like you usually do. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. Just sitting here, sipping on hot chocolate. Oh, looking down at the trees. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Hello, swing. Oh, jeez. I angered it. The darkness comes. Closest movies I can compare to Alan Wake are the Darkness Falls, where they fight a demon-toothed fairy that is destroyed by light. They even feature a lighthouse in it. I'd never heard of that. That sounds interesting. Is it a serious movie or or like a comedy? You know, I watched the movie as a kid. I've never found it again, and I don't know what it's called. It was about some kids going... I think they were like Boy Scouts or something. And these criminals, I forget what the criminals were doing. They were criminalizing, yeah. And they were heading for a place called Devil's Peak. I think the movie was called Devil's Peak, but I could never find it under that name. I can't remember much, but there's a scene that stuck in my head when there was, I think, one girl among them, all the Boy Scouts. She was a Girl Scout, I guess. And they had to, like, home alone these criminals, and they put rocks in her bra and launched them at them, and it worked. But I could never find the movie again. I've seen it when I was really a kid. There was kind of a breakthrough during therapy. Very helpful, but fuck did that mess me up emotionally. Good, digest that, man. Digest it, Carter. It is, yeah. I totally understand that. Like I said, I've been in your shoes, kinda. For different reasons, but I know exactly what you mean. You gotta sit there and just... kinda digest it with yourself. We're in a safe place now, Carter. It's a horror, but more suspense and still a good to watch if you like Alan Wake. It's very early 2000s. From Dusk Till Dawn is the movie. No, it's not, Senpai. That's not. Is it? No, that's not. This was a kid's Saturday morning movie. Or you mean like Alan Wake? I don't know what you meant by that. Check it out, brother. Sounds cool. What does the Tooth Fairy movie or? Hiya! Fucking birds. It's time for Night Springs. There you go, Lyubka. You're gonna see one Night Springs episode. The first one, the Quantum Suicide, is my favorite though. Too bad both you and Carter missed it. You're in Hippie stream, so not sure how safe it is. The Holy Water Slingshot. They were killing vampires. No. This was a kids movie. Really, it was a kids movie, like teens or kids movie. They were going to a mountain like this, some kind of mountain. There were some criminals involved, and they're both Boy Scouts. And there was one girl among them, and they used her bra. They put some rocks in it and launched the rocks at the bad guys. It was more like Home Alone, really, but you know, in a mountain path. Quantum Suicide, yeah. So I'm gonna play a Night Springs episode. It's like It's like this universe's Twilight Zone. So the first one we had in the first episode of the game is split up in episodes, by the way, and you find these TVs and radios and blah, yada yada. You just walked in when we were listening to a radio. But in the first one, there was a TV. There was a Night Springs episode where this scientist invents a machine that enables him, whenever he pulls a trigger on a pistol, that ensures that he's in a reality where the pistol never fired. So he achieves quantum immortality, right? And then someone points out, says, but doesn't that mean that in another reality you die every time? He's like, yeah, but that's not important. And then somebody there trips on a cable and unplugs his machine, and he tries again, but this time, because the machine wasn't on, he blows his brain out. So, you know, oof. It is pretty much like Twilight Zone. Dusk Till Dawn was my introduction to vampires, that and John Carpenter's Vampires. Oh God, I remember that barely through the fog. Kind of reminds me of the original It with Tim Curry. They all float. Twilight Zone, the original series, still holds up pretty. Yeah, it does, man. It does so well. No, it's not Yankee Zulu. It was something like Devil's Peak. At least the place was called Devil's Peak. They translated the title to Serbian as Devil's Peak, like Djavoli Vrh. But I don't know what was the original title, because I never found it under Devil's Peak. And maybe I should just fucking Google bra slingshot, but I'm thinking about it, I'm afraid what might pop up. Let's see a Night Springs episode.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
John Mira.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark, believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
They're good. They're so much better than the ones from in the Scary Door. Yep. What a jump, huh, from Max Payne television. I like John Carpenter's Vampires. Bon Jovi was in it. Yeah, Vampires 2. Dia de los Muertos had Bon Jovi. The first one had James Woods. and one of the Baldwin brothers. Really? Wow, I didn't know who those people were as a kid. Vampires also had Laura Palmer as the prostitute that contracts vampirism. Oh, from Twin Peaks. Another good movie is They Live. The line, I am here to chew... Yeah, I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of gum. Yeah, I know about that movie. I haven't seen it yet. I do want to. Hippie, try IMDb. They show the title of your country. What, Serbia? Serbia, Serbia. Kitty doesn't like me singing Serbia. Oh, here come the birds. They're brewing. They're about to fuck me up. They Live had the longest fight I ever saw in the history of movies. I really gotta see that movie. Serbia. Oh, really? Why are they showing Serbia? What about Serbia arouses them? Something else fell. Oh, another manuscript page. Rusty dying.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Ah, yeah. Stop upsetting the cat, please. Well, there's no helping her. When I visited shows German titles, huh? I don't understand, hipster. Please do elaborate. It was a good fight. Roddy Piper and Keith Davis are gold and They Live. Serbia is the capital of arousal. Well, you know it, baby. Yeah, Steven, hell yeah, I was. So you guys have both seen it, huh? And you agree. That's so nice seeing people agree in today's world. Oh, there we go. The darkness comes.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me!
Don't worry, Rusty. I'll be there in a minute. I just gotta see if there are any manuscript pages around. Hang in there, man. This is important. I can hear you. I'm just looking for collectibles. Just stay alive, man. You can do it. I believe in you, Rusty. I believe in you.
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key.
Matsu. Ajde, Matsu, dođi. Odi, Matsu. Odi. She's just messing with me. Oh my god, fuck. I almost got electrocuted, kitty. Make up your mind.
Hello?
Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me.
Odi, Matsu. Odi, Matsu.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
I just gotta find more manuscript pages.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Hello, Max.
Shh. Good boy.
Good boy, Max. So he found the manuscript page? No, that's not the one. Yesterday I tried the indie game. Just before sleep yesterday, I tried the indie game of the year 2024 for the first time. Balatro, the roguelike poker gambling game. And yes, it's as addicting as advertised. Never heard of it. IMDb automatically translates the titles of movies. So if you're in Germany, every movie is shown with their German title. If you're in Serbia, they might show you the movies in Serbian titles. So if you oh, I don't think we have that. So if you we do have IMDb in Serbian. Man, I'm like out of the loop.
but it's not really good.
It's not good. Okay. I wonder. That's not a bad idea, Carter. Thank you for that tip. I'm actually gonna try that tonight. Imagine using IMDb in 2025. Roddy Piper started out in Portland wrestling, then went national. Huh. I heard of Balatro far too often. Well, phew, all right. Be nice. Why, you little... What did you do? Why are you threatening him, Ljubka? Just stop threatening my guest. Thank you, Carter. I don't know. Like, I guess you upset her. She's gonna bust you up now. Better be careful, Cubesy. The rage of Ljubka knows no limits. I didn't know it shows your language. Yeah, me neither. I'm not afraid of Ljubka. I use IMDb. I use Wikipedia mostly,
The only way
honestly.
to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Oh, hello, Paige. Rusty attacked by the dark
The
presence.
visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. Felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
So remember, he is Rose's boyfriend.
For now.
Well, for now, for the next 5 minutes. Foolish mortal. Seriously, every meme channel on Discord is full with Balatro memes. What kind of memes? Honestly, I was hoping when he said indie game, though it's not from 2024, but of course my brain went where he wanted to. I was hoping he's gonna say Torment. 4 hours. Whenever we're yeah, it's back. It's back. Good, good. Whenever we're having fun in this fucking stream, it's 4 hours. Did you notice that? It's incredible. It's almost... I did notice. That's okay. Well, that just means I've had so much fun. I've been streaming for over 3 hours. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Look at the time. I did not notice what the... Wow. Holy... I was wondering why she's so crazy. It's... Wow. Ho ho. Just like he says, shows how much I like this game. Sheesh. Holy pee-pee. Holy pee-pee, Batman. Interestingly, YouTube chat works after the IP switch, but Twitch doesn't. I mean, on the screen at least. That's just crazy. And on Twitch, it makes a whole new stream, right, from scratch. I'm gonna send an email to Streamlabs, ask them if that has to be that way. Because if I don't use... No, just ask them, because Twitch has like disconnect protection. So when this happens, if you're like not disconnected for more than 2 minutes, I don't know, minute, it just keeps the same thing going, right? But when I'm using multi-stream, that doesn't work. On YouTube, it works perfectly, but on Twitch, it doesn't. Just starts a new stream. So I don't know if they ever thought about it. Maybe I give them an idea. You never know. That was just an IP switch. Everything's okay. Don't panic, everyone. Everything is boom. It's easy to get lost in this game. As in, get lost in playing. I blocked her, yeah. But then I was like, oh, poor her. Hello, Silentio. Me against Broom, huh? We'll see tomorrow, buddy. We'll see tomorrow. Pff, you should proceed with it. I'm bad news, said Ljubka and spat out her chewing tobacco. I'm bad news in this town, partner. I should like end this and go to bed. Joe and the guys will await me tomorrow, and I have a long day of driving and doing shit. But it's just too fun. Maybe I just play until everybody gets on, and then play Texas, and then sleep for 2 hours, And then Sasha, you will drive all day tomorrow. I think that's fair. Yeah, everything's okay. I just have my internet resets every 4 or 12 hours. You never know how it's gonna be, so it just reset and yeah, it's fine.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Poor stuff. The darkness comes.
Rusty!
Goddamn, leave Rusty alone. You monster. Oh, the darkness is here. Happy Friday. Hope you and Oz are good and everyone at chat. We are, man. We are. I love this game. I didn't realize I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. It's just so fun to play this. Every time I play it, I get lost in it. Yeah, we're all amazing.
The ground was covered with oily patches.
Yep, here we go.
Like liquid darkness.
We gotta clean that gunk. Joseph, what did you do? I told you don't go spraying around my lot. What is this? What the fuck is this? I have to clean it all up.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
Whoosh. Return to Rusty, or whatever's left of Rusty.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
A mammoth-sized. Like that mammoth?
Please don't feed the animals.
There's Rusty for you.
Fishing is only permitted for those prisoners who purchase a park fishing license. Obey the park ranger's instructions at all times.
Oh, he's one of those. No, Rusty!
Never approach any other one closer than 25 yards.
Come on, Rusty. Work with me, man.
It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park grounds.
Sorry, Rusty. You were a good man, but you were possessed. Oh god, more of them. Woohoo! Bush, bush. Gonna need some ammo for that. I'm doing good with batteries. Man, it's so easy to conserve batteries here if you're frugal. If you're frugal enough. Well, yeah, I guess. If you played before. I couldn't hold it. I'm sorry. It's like Dead by Daylight. Literally, they're Dead by Daylight. And any other form of light. Just Dead by Light, I guess. Ooh. Scary. Checkpoint reach. Alright. We gotta reach Lover's Peak. But that is a story for another time. Or Monday. I am so sad to leave, but man, I gotta. Like, it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. And I do want to play with Joseph in the morning. That's the only day of the week we get to even talk. And discuss the plans for the future of this channel. Among other things. Oh no, DBD, no, no, no. I knew I struck a nerve here. Why doesn't anyone like DBD? I loved it. Well, people love it. Who we gonna raid? Let's raid Monster the Mash. Mash the monster, monster the mash. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. This was so fun. I'm so happy so many people came here and, you know, to watch me play this. I appreciate it a lot, being, you know, one of my all-time favorite games. It just, you know, it's a special kind of feeling when people you love come and see something you love. Thank you so much, really, everybody. I can't wait to continue this Monday. Tomorrow we're gonna play Outbreak. 80% that's gonna happen because of the long day and everything. But I'm fairly confident it will happen. Be well, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't see you. And see you on Monday, I hope. We're gonna resume this. It's so fucking good. I love it.
Bye.
Good night and be well. Bye.